but we will make it a. It's been 10 years, really?
It's been at least 10 years. I ran a horse in the Talma called More Than Real, and I wasn't here for that. So it's probably more like 11 or 12 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back. Always great
Thanks
to have you. Now, we know about the love for cooking. I get that, but where does the horse racing tie in? How did that start?
Oh, it's I've been a horse racing fan since I was a teenager. My grandfather took me to Saratoga Springs, and if anybody has ever been there, they know that that's the place where you get the bug, so to speak. It's just an amazing place, and actually not too far from Woodbine. I mean, you could drive, back and forth. You know, why not? So upstate New York, and and so that's where I really, really got interested in it. And then as time went on and started making, my own salary, I started putting it into horses a little bit. Not probably the best investment advice in the world, but one that I love so much.
A nice investment, by the way, has been Pizza Bianca. Obviously, we know what's on the line later today coming up in the Talma. Give us a bit of an inside scoop. How's she doing?
Well, she's doing really well. I mean, she's had one race. I mean, this is the thing about these 2-year-olds. They're so young. They're green, so to speak. But in her very first race at Saratoga in a very, very tough field, she ran really nicely. And Christopher Clement, who's the trainer, said, I think we have something pretty good here. But, one step at a time. And then, I bred the horse too. So the mom's name is White Hot. So that's how Pizza Bianca came. It was one of those sort of, couldn't sleep in the middle of the night trying to think of names of horses. And so I wanted to continue using sort of, the white from White Hot into her name. So that's how Pizza Bianca became.
Fair enough. Finally, what gets you more excited? Walking into a kitchen or walking into a clubhouse?
Oh, that's actually a very tough question. That's an unfair question. I like them both equally. Obviously, they both get me incredibly excited. Being in my kitchens, whether it's in my home or my restaurants, is it's probably my favorite place to be in the world. But when my days are off, I love coming to the racetrack. And by the way, I have to give a shout out to Woodbine. Food here is great.
That means a lot coming from you.
No. There's somebody in the kitchen is really, doing a great job. And it's not something you always see at racetracks around the United States. So maybe we can give some tips to your downstate neighbors.
I like it a lot. Well, best of luck today.
Yeah.
We're going to share some recipes. That's celebrity chef Bobby Flay.
All right.
Minutes to go before race number 7. Jason gets Bobby Flay. I get celebrity handicapper. Okay, not necessarily a celebrity, but a celebrity to me, that is the only Doug McPherson. And Doug had a beautiful winner yesterday here at Woodbine. The Tim Ham horse was able to pull off the victory. I am still kicking myself for not picking Town Cruise. I didn't have the guts.
I thought there'd be other speed.
I know. I didn't have the guts. I thought maybe the mare would go after him, but
yeah, that's what I thought too.
What a cool story though for Brandon Greer.
It's the best result, you know, story-wise. How can you go wrong? Local horse, small rider.
Yeah.
You know
what's so cool though about Brandon though? Like you interview him, he's like, he just won a $600,000 race. It's still very even keeled.
Yeah.
Just like not a big deal, right?
I would have been flipping out.
Yeah. Oh, I would have been able to talk. Are you kidding me? Anyway, it's great to have Doug with us. He's going to give us his thoughts on the Woodbine Carrot Stakes. Jason's outside in the watching ring area as well. We hear you, Jay, out there. 5/8 of a mile. We can hear you loud and clear.
All right, perfect.
On the inside course in here. 3 to 5, Jay. Let's start off with you with Derry Nan. I mean, we saw Colin Horse yesterday take a ton of money and didn't disappoint.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes these horses cross the 49th and we give them a little bit too much respect. And I understand you see the big names like Clement and Rosario and you just gravitate towards them. But, you know, I mean, funnier things have happened. I'm going to take a good look at them outside here inside the walking ring. But first time for a firm turf course as well. So I don't know. I'm going to take a good look, and then I'll let you know what I see.
Okay, let's start off, Doug, with Forest B here in this spot. A horse that really improved second time out. Do you like the rail going 5/8 on this course?
I like the rail just in general. I'm one of those crazy people that does like the rail. And she does look like she could be the speed of the speed too. So that could play into her favor. It's just a matter of how fast do Fulminate and DeFrenzy go, or DeFresny.
What about Mo Turing in this race? Right now at odds of 9-1. I don't know if the horse is quick enough or not early on to keep up, but it shouldn't be too far out of it, I don't think.
Well, she showed speed going 5/8 at Gulfstream in June, and so maybe they'll send her again. Gallardo can probably get some speed out of her. But again, it's a class that she had a wide trip last time, but she also didn't just fire very well in the Catch a Glimpse either.
Jay, let's go to you for 5th anniversary. This is the number 3. Certainly tipped her cards first time out when she ran so well, and then she was able to win last time out, and obviously the reference with Bakshish is pretty nice.
Exactly. We'll see that one coming up a little bit later in the Natalma. Striking. Makes a fabulous pre-race appearance. The blinkers were on for the first time in that last start, and my goodness, these 2-year-olds out here, of course, the 2-year-olds, the babies, they see everything, so they're taking it all in, but she is handling everything really professionally, and I love the way she looks.
Let's get to the Clermont horse now, Doug, and this is Darren Nan, a horse that beat State Breds first time out. Then they took a shot and against stakes competition. In fact, this one and Fulminate are coming out of the same race.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm kicking myself or if I just gambled a little bit leaving this horse out of my picks. I just thought you should have got a bit more late kick in that stake at Saratoga, considering the pace meltdown, and it just wasn't there. Then the maiden one was against New York bred. So I think 4-5 is very overbet. I think a lot of that is Rosario money.
Yeah.
But I could be easily proven wrong.
I thought that was going to be the case yesterday, and the horse jogged. So, it's just one of those situations where maybe it is smart money. We're going to find out in about 12 minutes from now. Fulminate, Jay, both you and I are on the same page with this one. So let's get Doug's impression of this horse, because obviously Jay and I like the horse. We're giving this one a big-time mulligan for that most recent race, and maybe we're being too forgiving with this horse.
And we might be. I picked this horse, I think, second behind 5th anniversary. She was in that same stake as Derry Nain and dueled on the lead over that yielding turf and yielded badly. And I think you can call that a mulligan. We'll see how she likes the firmer ground, because she's never really been on a firm turf either.
I think Lasix too kind of gravitated myself towards this horse too, thinking maybe that had something to do with it as well. But we'll have to keep a keen eye on this horse as they do go towards the racetrack in here. Scratch the number 6, number 7, Jay. This is one that we haven't seen before locally, so maybe you can give us a schedule report from a physical point of view. What are you seeing right now with Dufresne right now from the Mike Trombetta outfits?
Yeah, Dufresne looks good. And by the way, a quick word on Darien. I mean, wow. I mean, eye-popping looking daughter of Quality Road here, and she looks every bit of the 4-5 she's getting on the board right now. I mean, you wouldn't believe this is her first time crossing the 49. She looks like she's kind of been here, done that. But Dufresne, I like what I'm seeing as well. As Justin Stein just got a leg up moments ago on this Michael Trombetta charge. A little bit recalcitrant. She's got a bit of a pep in her step. Seems a little bit anxious. We'll see if she settles down, but nothing too negative. Just looks like she's ready to go out there and do her job.
So, Doug, are you thrilled with your price right now at 5-1 with 5th anniversary? I mean, obviously the board's a little bit out of whack right now with the 4 taking so much money.
I'm not thrilled with it. I don't think she's a lead pipe cinch or anything. I think it's a fair price, but I don't think it's a particular overlay or anything. She beat Bakshish, but Bakshish had a lot of things go against her in that race. So I'm not that impressed by beating Bakshish on that day. And then you got to question the turf and the closer going 5/8 on this course. So I don't think 5-1 is a price to get super excited about, but I think it's very fair too.
Jason and I towards the 5. Doug says the 3 for him, and we'll see if we can upset the heavy favorite right now at 4-5. It's the 7th. The Woodbine Cares, and it's coming up next.
Call to post for what is our upcoming stakes race, the Woodbine Cares Stakes, $125,000 guaranteed. These are 2-year-old fillies on the inner turf. Going 5 furlongs, scratch 6, Sweet Bombolini. Luis Contreras hops onto the 1, Forest B, Gary Boulanger off, and repeat Lasix user number 1. We start the late pick 5 in this race. Post time will be in 8 minutes. In the post parade for the Woodbine Care Stakes, number 1 is Forest B, trained by Kevin Attard for Alan Bill Alwelling, and with the ride is Luis Contreras. 2 is Moturing for Gary Barber, Mark Cassie, and Antonio Gallardo. 3, 5th anniversary, races for Racing Canada Incorporated. Trainer Ricky Griffith. Jockey is Kazushi Kimura. Number 4, Derry Nain, is raced by Waterville Lake Stables Limited LLC. Christophe Clement is the trainer. In the saddle, Joel Rosario. Number 5 is Fulminate for Eclipse Thoroughbred Partners. Gary Barber and Wachtel Stable. Trained by Mark Cassie, jockey Rafael Hernandez. Number 6 is out. And number 7, Dufresne for Commonwealth New Era Racing. Mike Trombetta, the trainer. Jockey Justin Stein. Post time in 5 minutes. 3 minutes. Two-year-old filly is headed across to the inner turf now for the start of the Woodbine Cares Stakes, and the race favourite is 4 Derrynane at even money. They're coming forward for a start. This race is the Woodbine Care Stakes, a $125,000 purse on the inner turf. They're going 5 furlongs, and Forest B has drawn the rail. Saratoga Shippers in this race with Derrynane and Dufresne and Fulminate as they come up for a start. Forest B to the rail. Gate 2, Moturing. Moturing has moved up. 5th anniversary is being led forward. Derrynane is the favourite. Goes in. Fulminate. Moves up. Outside gate is Dufresne. Completes the line. Set to run. Locked up. And they're off. Great start. And out in front, it's Fulminate. Derrynane showing pace, 5th anniversary to 2nd. Over on the inside, Forest B hiking up now on the rail. Behind this leader, Fulminate. And in the early stages, Dufresne is enjoying a run-up on the outside of that pair in 3rd. In behind them, Derrynane's 2 away, 2nd last. Moturing is at the back. Out in front, Fulminate length to 5th anniversary, Forest Speed, Dufresne, Derrynane travelling easily at the back, with Moturing a length and a half away in last position. Racing in front, Fulminate. Inside the 5/16 by 3 parts to 5th anniversary, 2 away, Forest Speed. Derrynane starting to warm up, looking for room on the inside, coming off the rails now as they corner. Fulminate in front. Taken on by 5th anniversary. Derrynane producing a run down the outside comfortably. Derrynane is after these leaders. 5th anniversary and Fulminate. Here comes Joel Rosario now on Derrynane on the outside. Has been sitting pretty all the way and has gathered them in without a blink. Very impressive. Derrynane. 2.5 lengths to 5th anniversary. Dufresne got in for show. Moturing was 4th. A weakening Fulminate and Forest Spear at the back. 57.04. Winner is 4, Dairy Lane. Second place has gone to number 3, 5th Anniversary. Number 7, Dufresne, was 3rd, and 4th was Tumo Touring. Unofficial, it's 4, 3, 7, and 2. The first quarter went in 21 and 4. A half a mile, 44 and 4. And the time is 57.04. Dairy Name paid for the win, $5.50, exacta $23.10, the trifecta $41.25, the rolling double $12.50 for 7 into 4. Super perfecta there on 4372, 73.65, and the pick 3, combination of 12, 7, and 4, $129.55. After the running of the Woodbine Care Stakes, heading across is the winner, Dairy Nane, to the GH Mum Champagne Winner's Circle here at Woodbine. Very impressive win today by this Bay filly, a 2-year-old, and she's by Quality Road from Port McGee. Waterville Lake Stable LLC bred the winner in New York. Waterville Lake Stables Limited LLC winning owners, Christophe Clement winning trainer, and winning rider, Joel Rosario.
$400,000 the purse. Obviously, a win and you're in for the Breeders' Cup, as the road to Del Mar makes a stop off here in Canada. We got a couple of juvenile events 17 minutes away from this event. Back inside the studio, we're joined by Jeff Bratt and Doug McPherson. And Braddy, we'll let you go first. Ready Lady, coming off that maiden win, now steps up. Is going to tackle Stakes Company, but she certainly has the right connections in her corner when it comes to this race.
And you know what, Jason, you're right. It was the 10 Eminent Victor that's having some difficulty in the paddock. We'll have to keep a keen eye on that one as we take a live look in at Ready Lady. So, Doug, you can tell us what your thoughts here on Ready Lady. We'll start from post position number 1. I mean, trying to follow in her sister's footsteps, and we'll see if she can do it.
Yeah, I mean, she ran very good first time out, but she also had a completely perfect trip. Inside, pocketed up, Guileful took pressure every step of the way, and she had to work to beat Guileful. So right now, looking at the board, if I got to choose between 14-1 on Ready Lady or 75-1 on Guileful, I'll take my shot at 75-1, but this is a live horse.
Number 2, Jason, is Pizza Bianca. You had a chance to interview Bobby Flay, and a horse that obviously opened up a lot of eyes with that off-the-pace rally to win first time outs.
Yeah, and he's high on this horse, and obviously it would be a great story. He says, hey, just the fact that I've got a horse with a chance to go to Del Mar is obviously, you know, a good thing. And the mare, he said, his name is White Hot, so he's just trying to figure out, and that's why he came up with Pizza Bianca, as we talked about. But, you know, kind of quietly confident in his horse's chances. And, hey, speaking of connections, Brady, Rosario, Clement, they've done okay over the last couple of days here, right?
Yeah. They've spotted their horses perfectly, haven't they, Jay? And this one, 2-1 right now, is the choice as we speak. Did beat a Chad Brown horse in that most recent race, 1-2. Well, Doug, it's been a weekend for the small guys. So what about a horse like a Guileful in here for conditioner Nathan Squires? Hasn't broken that maiden as of yet, but has yet to really disappoint the connections, I imagine, either.
She's improved every time, and she ran a very, very good race behind Ready Lady last time. She really set it up for Ready Lady dueling on the lead. She's a game horse. She has to improve. But again, at 74-1, this horse should not be the longest shot on the board.
Yeah. There are worse 74-1 shots to play.
Absolutely.
Across North America today than this horse right here. The number 4 is Royal Engagement. This one, Jason, a one-time winner. You get Tim Ham and you get Hernandez. They had success yesterday here at Woodbine and was simply second best last time at the Diabolic. But maybe the extra distance could turn the tables here today.
Very possibly. Very possibly. I think the key is, though, getting that run over this E.P. Taylor strip. So the added distance I do not see as a negative. Now, she did kind of tiptoe into the paddock. She was looking around for Diabolic, and she saw her, and she was like, oh, no, not again, because this is the one that's been able to knock her off 2 consecutive times. Again, right now, the odds just kind of out of whack. I don't think she should be as high as she is on the board.
Wild Beauty is the number 5 for Godolphin, Frankie Dettori, and Charlie Appleby. We heard during the pregame show about the horse this one ran against 2 starts ago, one of the best right now in Europe, and last time out was second. How do you interpret horses like this when you're doing your handicapping, Doug?
To me, I don't need to worry about it being a horse from Europe. It's a horse that's run 5 times and hasn't run a bad race and is multiple stakes placed. How can you go wrong right now, you know? And she has experience over turf with some give to it, which is what we have here today on the E.P. Taylor. This is the horse to beat, in my opinion.
And obviously impeccably bred, as most of the Godolphin horses are, being by Frankel. So another of a mare that was able to have success at a little bit longer distances than what she's gone through at this point. And Jason, I know that she's just coming your way right now, but maybe you can give us a live update from your eyes as she walks into the walking ring right now. Just tell us what you see with Wild Beauty.
Looks like she's just diminutive sort, but hey, for the vertically challenged, me being one of those, great to see. So yeah, not much to her in terms of size, but obviously being a 2-year-old still has a lot of growing left to do. But she's alert, seems to be keen to get down to business, and yeah, gotta credit the connections, right? Because I'm sure they've been able to school their horses time and time again before today.
Jay, you've picked number 6 Backsheesh to pull off the upset in here. Just tell us why you like this horse this afternoon.
Big fan of hers. Now she travels over something she's never done before, and that's obviously grass. Summerfront brings a lot of turf to the pedigree, as does Warfront, the sire of Summerfront. The mare, not so much, and there is a turf-winning sibling along the way. You know what? Why not give it a shot, right? You never know what you have until you try, and I really feel like that last win is going to be a springboard to, perhaps a decent effort today. Obviously, the Muskoka, a restricted event, completely different than facing Grade 1 company, but like I said, I think she can handle the turf and got to give it a shot. So she's my upset play in this race.
Doug, I've landed on Diabolic. Obviously, has done little wrong to this point since coming to Woodbine. I'm a little bit worried about the extra distance here today. Does that concern you at all, or do you think she's just getting better and better with each and every race?
I wouldn't say she's getting better and better. I think the My Dear win was probably a little more impressive than the Catch a Glimpse win, but she hasn't proven she can't do the distance. I don't see why she wouldn't. She can settle off the pace. She seems like she'll come off the bridle nicely. And it's not like the pace in the Catch a Glimpse was that fast either. It's not like she's going from a 21 and change, 44 and change quarter to route pace. It's going to be a fairly similar pace to close into. So we'll see. She hasn't done anything wrong, and I think 9-2 is a pretty fair price.
Let's get to Mrs. Barber now, Jay. A big number right now at 36-1. And if you look back at that last race in the Catch a Glimpse, lost to Diabolic, but this horse didn't get out of the gate all that well. There was some traffic difficulty, and maybe of all the horses on paper, might appreciate the stretch and the distance.
Exactly. I mean, it was an eventful trip. Let's just say that. And you know what? I don't mind her. She wasn't beaten all that far. I actually tried her in that last race as a maiden taking on some winners, and she simply, was third best. The trip, wasn't the greatest, and I think she's got a chance to take a step forward. Do I see her as a key contender? Not so much, but I think she can get a significant slice of this $400,000 purse, and works subsequently good enough. Hernandez sees fit to ride, so maybe she's an upset proposition.
What about Cardio Princess in here? This is one, Doug, that is a Japanese bred who took a little bit of money first time out and did win going 5/8 on the tighter turf course.
Yeah, she made the lead and wasn't setting particularly fast fractions for 5/8, and she had the work to hold off Sweet Bombolini. I don't think this is Cassie's strongest runner in this race. I think the 41-1, I don't think it's worth a small wager, but I also don't think it's unrealistic for this horse either. I don't think this is the strongest one Cassie's thrown in here.
Number 10, Eminent Victor, Jay, was a real handful getting the tack on in here. And once the horse got outside, maybe has calmed down a little bit. Was a private purchase since that most recent race.
She has settled down, so that's amazing. That is what you want to see. I'd hate to see a horse run its race before the actual event itself. So she has settled down. There are some question marks. The sire has never had a debut turf winner. Not a ton of chances, but it still is 0-4. Even in terms of a turf horse overall, the mare unraced. Now you get the blinkers going on, Lasix off, but say all you want to say. The bottom line is this, as we know, Brady, Chad Brown can have one ready. Yeah. And this one is here for a reason. Flavian Pratt is here for a reason as well. So don't take her too late.
So, Jay, we'll let you go, but we're going to get the final thought to Doug inside the studio in here. You have landed on Wild Beauty. Do you think it's potentially going to be a Godolphin sweep in these two races here? I know that later on today we obviously have the Summer Stakes, or do you think somebody else is going to upset the apple cart in race number 9?
I think somebody else can upset the apple cart in race number 9. I picked against their horse in the 9th, but I think that's probably the best one they've got. Mm-hmm. But that's just a value thing. That's me being me. They have a very good chance of sweeping these two races. They have a very strong hand here, as they always do. They're Godolphin.
Which of the locals do you think has the best shot here coming up in this race? Obviously, we were focusing on Wild Beauty. There's several shippers. Are there any of the locals that you think could maybe do some damage in here?
I'd probably say of the locals here, Ready Lady, even though I didn't put her in my picks. She's got a good post. She had a good inside trip last time, so she's used to being on the inside. And, the sky might be the limit here. Her sister won this race last year.
Yeah, it is Wilson and Atfield. After all, they're looking for their 3rd win in this race. A Breeders' Cup Challenge win in your in event coming up next. It's the Grade 1 Natelma in 9.
Call to post for race 8, which is going to see no changes. It's coming up as today's 8th race, the $400,000 Grade 1 Natelma Stakes, run at a mile for Tyrrell fillies. And the Natelma Stakes is part of the Breeders' Cup Challenge Win and You're In program, a series of qualifying races held at racetracks around the world. The Breeders' Cup Challenge Series is administered by Breeders' Cup Limited, which also conducts the Breeders' Cup World Championships, to be run this fall at Del Mar on November 5th and 6th, 2021. Post time in 8 minutes. In the post parade for the Grade 1 $400,000 Natalma Stakes, number 1 is Ready Lady, owned by Charles Fipke and trained by Roger Atfield. Jockey is Emma Jane Wilson. Number 2 is Pizza Bianca, raced by Bobby Flay, trained by Christophe Clement, and the rider is Joel Rosario. 3 Guileful for William B. Thompson Jr., trainer Nathan Squires. The rider is Simon Husband. 4 Royal Engagement for Perry Harrison, trainer Timothy Ham, and rider Colby Hernandez. Number 5 is Wild Beauty, races for Godolphin. Charlie Appleby is the trainer, jockey Frankie Dettori. Number 6, Bucksheesh, owned by Gary Barber and Eclipse Thoroughbred Partners. Mark Cassie is the trainer, jockey Kazushi Kimura. 7 Diabolic, owned by DJ Stable LLC and Nexus Racing Club, trained by Mark Cassie. Jockey is Antonio Gallardo. Number 8, Mrs. Barbara for Spruce Stable, trainer Mark Cassie. In the saddle, Rafael Hernandez. Number 9 is Cardio Princess, also from the barn of Mark Cassie for owner Gary Barber, with rider Justin Stein. Number 10, from the barn of Chad Brown, Eminent Victor, and the ownership is Michael Dubb, along with the Elkstone Group LLC, and that is Stuart Grant, along with Louis Lazinaro LLC and Michael Caruso, and on board is Flavien Prat. 5 minutes to the Natalma Stakes, a win and you're in Breeders' Cup Challenge race. Three minutes. Now they're headed across to the starting gate for the Natalma Stakes. This race at the mile is a Breeders' Cup Challenge Series win, and you're in race. The betting favors at the moment horses 2, Pizza Bianca, and 5, Wild Beauty. Just a little more in the win pool for Wild Beauty. At 4-1 is 7, Diabolic, and 9-2 for Eminent Victor. Now the first to come forward is Ready Lady. She is coming into her second lifetime start here. Off a debut win as Ready Lady has the rail. Pulling back a little bit here is the Roger Atfield trained Ready Lady. Goes in, followed up by Pizza Bianca. Gate 3 is for Guileful. Royal Engagement, one of the greys in the field, to gate 4. And for Godolphin, it is Wild Beauty, who's now at 9-5. As she goes up as the race favorite. Bakshish is next. So they are coming along well for the Natalma Stakes. Diabolic has gone in. Mrs. Barbara goes up. Just about ready for a start. Cardio Princess. And it is Eminent Victor. Flavien Pratt, outside gate. Stand by for a start. Goes in, and they're all in. Locked up. Off their race in the Natalma Stakes. And as they broke, Wild Beauty, a distinct last, is 2 lengths behind the entire field. Cardio Princess began very well on the outside to be up in front and showing early speed. Guileful, Ready Lady on the inside, followed by Royal Engagement, and 2.5 lengths behind them is Pizza Bianca in 5th, and then Diabolic. And Bakshish traveling up on the inside, 2 to Eminent Victor, Mrs. Barbara, and now Wild Beauty is moving up on the outside and must be about 10 lengths off this leader. Cardio Princess has the early lead by 1.5 lengths to in second placing Guileful. Just shading Ready Lady. On their outside is Royal Engagement there, 3 to Pizza Bianca, followed by Diabolic, Bakshish, and then comes Wild Beauty gaining some ground. 1.5 lengths, Eminent Victor second last, and the trailer is Mrs. Barbara. Racing inside the half mile in the Natalma Stakes, and Cardio Princess on top. In second, Guileful, Ready Lady the inside. Racing 3 wide is Royal Engagement, about 2 to Pizza Bianca. Diabolic, they're starting to edge into it well. Wild Beauty catching ground is 2 behind them. And then Bakshish third last, Eminent Victor second last. And as they turn, Mrs. Barbara's at the back. Cardio Princess, Guileful, Royal Engagement, Diabolic. The inside, Ready Lady opening for Pizza Bianca to try and get through is muscling, and now Wild Beauty emerging down the outside. Wild Beauty swallowed them up. Didn't begin well, but it doesn't matter. Wild Beauty's raced away. Pizza Bianca into second spot, but she's a real talent, Wild Beauty, and she is devastating them here in the Natalma Stakes. And Frankie Dettori and Wild Beauty wrap this up in style. Wild Beauty, plenty left. About 2 3/4 lengths. Pizza Bianca, Eminent Victor got in for show, and Mrs. Barbara was 4th. Behind them, Diabolic and Guileful ahead of the others. 135.08. Unofficial winner is 5, Wild Beauty. Second is 2, Pizza Bianca. Third is 10, Eminent Victor. And fourth was 8, Mrs. Barbara. First quarter, 23 and 1, a half 47 flat. Three quarters, 111 and 2. The 7/8, 123, and the time 135.08. Breeders' Cup congratulates Wild Beauty for winning the Natalma Stakes, a Breeders' Cup Challenge win, and you're in race for the Grade 1 $1 million Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies Turf this fall at Del Mar. And what a brilliant win today in the Natalma as she enters the GH Mum Champagne Winners' Circle. Congratulations to Connections, Godolphin, to Charlie Appleby, winning trainer, a 2-year-old Bay filly. She's by Frankel from Tulips. And it is Frankie Dettori winning with Wild Beauty. That result is now official. And the winning owners, Godolphin, bred the winner, Wild Beauty. $4.60 or 90 cents, $4.90 is the return. If you had the exacta, which was a popular 5-2 combination, $20.60, the trifecta $40.50, the super $513.25. In the double 4-5, $17.40, the pick 3, 7 into 4 or 6 with 5, $16.65. For the trophy presentation today of the Natalma Stakes, we welcome Senior Vice President of Thoroughbred and Standardbred Racing at Woodbine, Jessica Buckley, and the presentation to the team with Wild Beauty Godolphin and Frankie Dettori winning jockey.